Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite fruits of all time in the One Piece series, and that's the Hie Hie no Mi, or better known as the chili fruit. And this fruit is a Logia type devil fruit that allows the user to create and control and transform into ice. And obviously, the current owner of this fruit is none other than former Admiral Aokiji, which is one of my favorite characters too. That's kind of weird that they kind of go together, because usually people have different favorite devil fruits, and usually they don't really like the user. But actually, I like Aokiji and his devil fruit, and like pretty much everything about him is his aesthetics. And yeah, and some of the strengths of this fruit is it being a Logia is like the obvious strength, and this is actually it's actually better than most Logias, because he can kind of just morph his body into whatever he wants to, so he can avoid Haki attacks. And him, and like Aokiji being such a high level, well, a high tier character to the point where he know how to do this, so it's already like you already know already is good, because Ace, like if you like pair Ace up against somebody who knew Haki, I think Ace he'll adapt, but at the beginning I think he'll be getting hit with the attacks, but at some point he'll realize that he can just morph out the way before they hit him, or just transform his body into something different so he can avoid the attack. And yeah, like another thing is that him being able to freeze anything that he comes in contact with. Obvious, I don't have to tell you why this is so OP, being able to freeze pretty much anything that you come in contact with. That just overall is just overpowered when when you come to battle and you fighting someone, and obviously they can't get close to you, because they get close to you, you're gonna just instantly freeze them. And that plays into another one of his strengths is being able to damage tissue. If it comes in contact with human skin, it can damage your skin like permanently if you ever like actually touched it and then you didn't defrost correctly. Like he had froze Nico Robin, and then like once he froze her, they had to defrost her by just pouring like warm water over her real slowly, so her skin won't crack, because obviously her skin cracked, then she wouldn't look the same as she do now. And yeah, then like just him being able to freeze somebody's whole entire body. And if Nico Robin would have like fell to the ground and she shattered, that would have been an instant death like for her. Like, so Aokiji can instant kill people. Obviously, I think he can't do this to like the higher tier people, where like they obviously know what he's trying to do. Like if Aokiji tried to freeze Whitebeard a whole entire body, I'm pretty sure Whitebeard would have knew what to do not to have his body shatter into pieces. And I'm pretty sure like a lot of higher tier people can avoid this attack by using ornament haki or something, some type of technique where they'll just instantly like break through the ice. And one other thing is like him being able to have cold resistance. Now this one seemed like a really like OP ability, because like we seen Luffy pushed his body to the edge, like when he was trying to climb up the tower to get to the doctor to save Nami. Like he's literally in the cold, freezing cold. His body is just breaking down on him, and he's just getting frostbite all over his body. He was still able to survive and recover from that. Now, obviously they don't seem like, they're obviously like Aokiji having cold resistance really don't seem powerful after Luffy really did that. But I think it is powerful, because like I think if he's able to actually use it, so he'll practically be immune to like any type of devil fruit that applies like some type of temperature to you. I think it's like a certain extent he'll be immune to some type of heat resistance. Like I'm pretty sure like he'll be able, like if Oven used his technique on Aokiji, I think Aokiji will be able to negate it. Now I think Akainu and Aokiji already fought now, and we've seen that Aokiji got injured, so I'm thinking like it's like a certain level of heat that Aokiji obviously can take. Like Akainu is got the most OP heat ability in One Piece, so him being able to like, hurt Aokiji, that's really not like no surprise. So I think at like a certain level, I think he can like, if Ace attacked him and Ace like tried to use some of his fire abilities, I think Aokiji will be immune to them. Like if Ace used like Fire Emperor or something like that, I think he'll be able to damage Aokiji. So I think Aokiji has like more heat resistance than a normal human, and obviously he has like infinite cold resistance because his element is ice. Well, is coldness. And another thing is him being able to travel fast. Now this is like this is a thing for like any type of Logia pretty much. The only Logias where I can see that this really doesn't work is probably a Kainu, but at the same time a Kainu can shoot himself up in the sky really fast by just projecting himself like a volcano and erupting into the sky. So every Logia, I'm thinking every Logia, it can travel really fast if they really wanted to. Obviously, Kizaru, he can turn into light and travel at light speeds, apparently. And oh my god, what's the dude name with the electric fruit? I can't even think of it right now. Enel, I don't know why I forget that. But Enel being able to travel at like pretty much light speeds too with his fruit. So I think like every Logia has that ability to the point where they can transform into something where they can travel really fast. So yeah, I think Aokiji, he can travel really fast, and he can travel over the ocean, so that's even better for him. And that actually plays into his other strength, is being able to, he's like one of the only devil fruits that really can negate the regular devil fruit weaknesses. Like him being able to like he can avoid water altogether because he just can instantly freeze it. It's kind of like Marco has the same type of devil fruit where he can just fly. If somebody tried to throw him into the ocean, he can just fly up into the sky and avoid the water altogether. So it is possible, and I think Aokiji has obviously the better version of this because he can actually just freeze the water if he wanted to. Like if Whitebeard did a tsunami and tried to hit Aokiji and weaken him, Aokiji just can freeze the water instantly. So yeah. And some of his weaknesses is he really doesn't have a lot because his character is, like I said, he's really a high tier character. So all the devil fruit weaknesses he actually like really have, he can probably just negate it because he just that good. Him going up against destructive type devil fruits, like him going up against Whitebeard devil fruit was just pure destruction. So him going up against Whitebeard, his normal attacks usually won't work. Him turning things into ice and trying to hit his opponent with the ice and slow him down, that really won't work for him because like Whitebeard, like in Marineford, Whitebeard was just instantly destroying like Aokiji was like, he was creating glaciers of ice just like hundreds of feet tall, and Whitebeard instantly shattered in like a snap of a finger. He was just instantly shattered into pieces. So, but you obviously can say that they're just Whitebeard being, a young Yonko, he can easily do it. But I think if Aokiji go up against some destructive type devil fruits, he'll have some problems. Like, even though this not really a really good example, but like if he went up against the Bomu Nomi or the Bomb Fruit where you can just blow things up, I think you can blow Aokiji ice up before it even hits you, and you can pretty much avoid it altogether. Or like if he was just going up against like Kizaru, if he was going up against Kizaru where Kizaru just can spam light beams and destroy his ice, then I think it really wouldn't be, it'd be hard for him to actually hit. It'll be hard for him to hit him, and he'd have to get into close combat. And obviously, both of them being Logias, they'll kind of be evenly tied. So yeah. And then another thing he probably have problems with is like swordsmen. Swordsmen will just be able to slice through his attacks so easy. Like I said, like when he go up against destructive type devil fruits, they'll be able to destroy the glaciers before it hit them. But if Aokiji was going up against a swordsman can slice through it. We seen what Mihawk can do. Mihawk just sliced through a whole entire mountain of ice. So I'm pretty sure Zoro and some other type of swordsman can like I forgot the dude's name, the Whitebeard commander. I forgot his name, but like them, like, I'm pretty sure like them type of level of people or swordsmen, I think they can avoid most of Aokiji attacks. So I think that is a weakness. If Aokiji end up going up against a swordsman and the swordsman I kind of force him to get into close combat because he can't really attack him from a range. And yeah, like I said, Aokiji really doesn't have any type of weaknesses because, like I said, he's such a high tier level character. Like, just say like if you got like just say like Kizaru didn't have the light fruit. Just say you got him a trash fruit that was pretty much like, just say, I won't want to say that Jackie know me because that's kind of way too weak. But like if you got him like Leo, if you got him Leo Stitch fruit, not Doflamingo, but Leo Stitch fruit, I think Kizaru will still be top tier because his skill and his experience is so good to the point where he can just pretty much make that devil fruit into just an OP devil fruit. So I think Aokiji being able to just really negate any type of weaknesses his devil fruit even have because he's such a high tier character. And some of the usages of this fruit is one thing he loves to do is spam. Well, we only really got to see him do this in the Marine Ford because it was such a large scale battle where he was spamming really large glaciers of ice, and he was pretty much just trying to freeze people or the glaciers to be used. He just be spamming them. And another thing is him freezing his opponent to slow him down. And he did this. He tried to do a Whitebeard, but it really didn't work because Whitebeard just avoided the attack. He was like really, but like, you know, like he said, like I said, when he went up against Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy, he slowed him down almost completely because his fruit just, you know, made them cold and just slowed them down. And another thing is causing him causing discomfort. Now this is like, you probably say this like really not that OP when it comes to high tier characters, but I think if like, you know, if you go up and start going up against like mid tier characters to low tier, this power be very OP, especially if he has Awakened Logia, which, you know, he pretty much already has the Awakened Logia, but like, you know, him being able to change the environment around him, like that'll be very OP, him causing discomfort by it just being real cold. It's just his opponents won't be able to fight because they just feel very uncomfortable. But obviously it'll work better for somebody like Akainu who has who has, you know, the magma fruit. Sorry, that was my phone notification, my fault. But yeah, him like Akainu having the magma type fruit, obviously he can cause way more discomfort because I think when it comes to heat is like way more uncomfortable than just being cold. But I don't know, this is just my opinion. But yeah, and another thing is him creating weapons. Now this can also mean for different type of objects too, but him being able to create weapons, this is very good because just say he went up against a swordsman and he had to come into close combat and he didn't have no sword on him, he can instantly just make a sword just like Kizaru did when he went up against Rayleigh, where he just created a giant light sword. So I think that's very powerful. And then Aokiji's Aokiji just can create pretty much anything he want out of his ice if he really wanted to. And some of his named attacks is Ice Age, and that's pretty much where he just frees the surrounding area like he did with Punk Hazard when Doflamingo tried to kill Smoker. He just completely froze the whole entire area in like a few seconds. And another one is Ice Saber, and this is pretty much the attack where he make a sword and you know tries to attack people. And my thoughts on the fruit, man, this fruit is like I said, this fruit is like one of my favorite fruits. And I think it's one of the best fruits out there because it has like the perfect balance of offense and defense. And that's very OP to have because like, you know, like just say like the like Kizaru fruit. Kizaru probably don't have like the best defense, but his fruit, like the offensive, like his offense off the charts, like his offensive abilities, like he has one of the most destructive fruits, but he probably don't have that much defense. But obviously, Kizaru being a high tier character, he can just avoid defense altogether because he can use other things like observation haki and ornament haki. And yeah, and like if I had to rate the fruit for offense, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't give it a 10 because it's not really on that level where it just can destroy pretty much anything and outclass all its devil fruits. but I still got it a 9 because Aokiji, he pretty much maxed the fruit out. So the offensive capabilities obviously gonna be very OP. And the defense, I give it a 10 out of 10. This fruit being a Logia and plus it being able to just create objects and block attacks and spam coldness. I think the defense is very powerful on this devil fruit. And then I'll say usability for this fruit. I give it a 10 out of 10. Like I said, like if you get this fruit to somebody who's like not even really that powerful, like if you get this to like a regular person like Nami, I think she'll still be able to use the fruit to like its maximum power, because the fruit is just so it's just so user friendly. I don't know if you can really say it like that, but it kind of just user friendly. That's like the only term I can really come up with right now in my head. And then allies, like how your allies benefit from this fruit, I pretty much give it a 5 out of 10. It's pretty average. It doesn't really hurt your allies, but it really doesn't help them either. Like in Marineford, like Aokiji, he kind of did help help the Marines when he froze the ocean, but at the same time he helped Whitebeard and them be able to land on the island and attack them because he froze the water, even though he tried to freeze the ships. And obviously his attacks can be used against him, but obviously it can benefit his allies too if he uses it the right way. And yeah, and then the potential of this fruit, I give it a 10 out of 10. Obviously, Aokiji maxed out this fruit, maxed out everything, put all his points into defense and offense. So yeah, I think the potential of this fruit obviously is way too high, because it's like really high because Aokiji maxed it out. Usually when I rate potential, usually I do like just say I do like the Bumble no Mi, where we didn't really get to see his full potential. So I try to predict how like destructive and how good the fruit will actually be, and I try to give it a rating. But I gotta give Aokiji a 10 out of 10 because he maxed out all the fruit abilities. The fruit doesn't have any of the weaknesses that you can really see, and that's obvious. You have to fight him for a long time to actually figure out his weaknesses. Like I'm pretty sure that will happen, and that's how Aokiji beat him. Cause I mean not Aokiji, but Akainu pretty much found out what was his weaknesses before Aokiji was able to find out Akainu weaknesses. And yeah, if I already know, add that all up and divide it, it'll be a 8.8 out of 10 for me. This like I think this is the most highest rated fruit I ever done, and it's an 8.8 out of 10. I don't think we'll never get a 10 out of 10 fruit, because I could think of one fruit where we can get a 10 out of 10, but at the same time, it really doesn't, like, it's just the way you use your type of devil fruits. And I try to rate all this, like I said, I try to rate all this off potential, and usually I like to do devil fruits that's really not that strong and we don't really get to see that much of, because it's kind of like a guessing game for me, and it's kind of fun for me to do it that way. And that's why like I do that. That's why I do these type of videos. Usually I don't really like going over some of these powerful type devil fruits, because I'm pretty much I'm pretty much just explaining everything that you ever heard from other YouTubers about this type devil fruit. Now I did kind of give my opinion on the devil fruit, so you will at least gain something, but like I don't really think you really gain a lot from me, because you can just go to other people who review devil fruits other than me if you really just want to find out like what the devil fruit actually do, and they'll probably just go into more detail. But usually I like to try to just play the guessing game and try to predict how good the fruit would be. And that's why I usually, like I said, I don't really do these high tier fruits, but I literally just have a list full of fruits, and I just go down that list slowly. And I had hit I just did the Magu no Mi like 3 months ago, and then like after that I seen the Hie Hie no Mi, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta do 2 high tier devil fruits in a row. I could have skipped it, but at the same time I was like, this would be a perfect comeback video. It's not really nothing too crazy. It's not really a hard video where I have to put too much effort into. And yeah, and like you already know, I changed my name too, and I pretty much changed my name, but like so it can fit more of my personality, even though like my favorite character is still Zoro in the One Piece world. But yeah, and I really just didn't want to keep the name Three Sword Style, because I was just feeling like once I make this comeback, I want to make it into something new and not really keep it the same. And yeah, I'm pretty much about to end this video because it's going to be over 20 minutes long. which it always is. But yeah, and you already know, hit the notification bell if y'all want to get more like this, and subscribe. And you already know, leave a like if you really liked it and you felt that you got something from the video. And yeah, you already know, it's your boy Grandma Cookies, and I'm out.
To the tune, till I'm dead. Don't want room, am I go, but I don't want French. To the tune, till I'm dead. Don't want room, am I